Did DraftKings just admit to everybody that all sports are scripted and rigged during that Super Bowl? Now, I need you as a gambler, if you're watching this video, to step outside of your gambler body and think as a non-gambler for once. And I'm going to tell you what I noticed during that Super Bowl. Now, any other sporting event that you've watched within just say the last month, year, whatever, how many times and how often do you see an advertisement for DraftKings, FanDuel, Bet Rivers, ESPN Bet, whatever, any sports book? You see it all the time throughout the whole game. Like it's almost like nonstop. But here's what I noticed during that Super Bowl. Ads were costing businesses $8 million to $10 million per 30-second ad. That's a lot of money. And DraftKings, well, they placed their advertisements right in the beginning of the Super Bowl. The first 3 commercial breaks, there was a DraftKings ad. Now, why did they do that? Well, there were 3 companies running the show during that Super Bowl. One's the NFL, the other one is the sports books, and the other one is the politicians and the celebrities. Now, they're all 3 like drug dealers to me. They all 3 have the same common goal. Sell you product, get you hooked on it, and take your money. That's basically it. Now, just because they all 3 had the same goal doesn't mean they all 3 agree with each other and get along. And to me, DraftKings knew, and they definitely had top priority on when they got their ad shown. Guarantee they probably had first dibs on it. We want our ad shown at the beginning of this Super Bowl because they only had 3 of them that I seen, and they wanted to make sure that they could sink their claws into as many viewers as they could because they knew not everybody was going to be watching that halftime show. They knew that there was going to be millions of viewers changing that channel even prior to that halftime show starting because I think they knew, almost guarantee they knew, that it was going to be a low-scoring, boring first half. And then people were going to leave early to go tune into TPUSA's whatever, and there was going to be less viewers for them to show their ads to. So they got them out there early and often. In the first 3 commercial breaks, there was a DraftKings ad. And I never seen another one after that. But anyways, there's no doubt that it was scripted. I mean, they knew. Hell, let's start with the coin flip. I don't know if you paid attention, you actually heard. I know I've seen many people say it too. I heard Seattle call heads, but the referee fixed the script, said, oh no, you're supposed to call tails and lose this coin toss. And that's exactly what they did. But 70, I think it was 78% of the money was on the over. So what did DraftKings do in all the scripting? They ran a low-scoring, boring first half. Man, they sucked everybody. Everybody that bet the over, losing. So the halftime show comes out, millions of people tuned out, and then ended up coming back just like I did. I didn't watch the other halftime show. I just watched basic YouTube. I think I tuned back in. I caught it. I think it was like 11 and a half minutes left in the third quarter. So it was just after halftime show by the time I got back on. So if DraftKings ran an ad right after the Super Bowl halftime show, I'm sorry. Okay, they had 4, but I doubt they did. But anyways, they ran another boring third quarter, low scoring. And what did that do? That dropped the point total. Oh, yeah. I didn't even look. It's probably down around 38.5, something like that. And everybody was hammering that under. And then all of a sudden, here come the fourth quarter, and the scoring barrage happened. And what did that do? Oh, it took everybody's live betting money on the under. Took it all. They took that, and they took the original over, 75% of the public's money on the over. So they caught the in-between, and they took everybody's money. There's no doubt that it was scripted to me. And they're all scripted. Just like they miraculously showed the color of the Gatorade with 5 minutes left to go in that game. What did that do? That cost a lot of people a lot of money. They do things on purpose. I was just watching the Knicks game last night. Now, I don't know if any of you are basketball gamblers, but I know this for a fact just from last season when I was gambling. Karl Anthony Towns, that dude, he gets fouls called in him like crazy for basically nothing. And there's a reason why they do it. His point total is usually right around 20 points for the game. And if you took him for 25, you're getting like 2-1, 2.5 to 1. And what happened last night? As soon as he got to 15 points, and it was in like middle of the second quarter, here comes the foul calls. He had one foul going into the second quarter, and then here come the second quarter. He picked up 2 fouls in like a minute and a half for ticky-tacky shit. And what's that do? Oh, got to hit the bench. This dude's getting, he's getting close to 20. We'll give him the 20, but anybody that bet that 25 trying to get 2.5 to 1, sorry, we're screwing you. And that's exactly what they did. Come out in the second half, let him play. As soon as he got, I think it was 19 points, boom, there's another foul. Oh, got to go out of the game. And of course, he didn't reach 25 points. I think he finished with 22. So they paid the money line on his 20. But if you were pushing him out to 25, you didn't get it. So I don't know. And it's easy for them to do that with the main players, the star players, the starting players. A lot of people like betting prop bets on those players, and it's a lot easier for them to control rebounds, assists, points by calling fouls, or ejecting people, whatever, faking injuries. It's a little harder for them to do with bench players, but either way, it's very easy for them to fix games. And with gamblers gambling themselves, it's just very hard as a gambler to win some money, which is why everybody loses. Yeah, you'll win every once in a while, but they're taking your money, and they're making sure one way or another they're getting it. They got to cheat you out of it or not. But I'm just curious, did anybody notice that in the Super Bowl? If you watched that whole game, did you notice what I noticed with the ads from DraftKings? They got them out early and often because they had the most viewers at that point. They wanted to get you hooked right away. They're the most potential for new customers at that point because they knew getting closer to that halftime show that millions of people were going to be leaving and going to view something else. But I'm just curious, what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't yet, hit that like button. Share the video to anybody that is a gambler that you know. And check out my other videos that I have on my channel here. They're all anti-gambling. I don't recommend anybody gambling. It's one of the worst diseases in the world. I suffered from it for over 35 years. I finally beaten it, and it feels great to not be throwing my money away. And I would like for other people to feel that, to see what that's like, because it's a life changer. Once you stop the addiction and throwing your money away, life can be great again. But anyways, hit the subscribe button too. And let me know in the comments what y'all think. And until next video, y'all take care.